I feel like we should probably present this, because this is like the most glaringly obvious, like, wait, hold on, what the f are you talking about? Your sister has been dead for a year. If this doesn't lead to anything, I'm calling shenanigans, because oh my god. What are you talking about? Oh my god, it was my sister who's been dead for a year. How is that not evidence? How does this not lead to anything? What are you talking about? What the f? I'm calling shenanigans. That's so stupid. Oh my god, it's like totally my sister. Do I need to present evidence instead? Maybe I should present this. Should I present this article? Because this would go along the lines of like, hey, your sister, she died. So how can you see her? But then again, we also have this other picture. So is this your sister? Let's try presenting this. How? How does this not lead to anything? What are you talking about? This game makes no sense. Should I present this article? No? Nothing? Maybe there's nothing to present on this line of questioning. But the mere fact that her sister's been dead for over a year, shouldn't that raise some eyebrows? Does no one think that's weird? Also, there's no way I'm just gonna lose points over that, 'cause that's bullshit. That's absolute bullshit. I wasn't like scared at all, and her costume looked like totally normal. Are we talking about her costume looking normal? You know, the fact that there's freaking blood on it? There's blood on her costume. What do you mean? It's not normal for someone to just have blood all over their boobs. What are you talking about, girl? That was a very well spun lie, Miss Miney. Not really. Huh? What are you babbling about this time, Mr. Phoenix Wright? It's well constructed, but that's all it is. Stealing my lines now, are we, Phoenix? Miss Miney, may I remind you of what you said? You said that there was nothing strange about your sister's appearance. Like, yeah, but I don't think that's what you were thinking at all. Take a look at this picture. This is a picture of the sister you met. I would think that even you would be surprised if someone appeared before you like this. It's a blood spray. Why did you not include the blood when you saw in your testimony? If you were really testifying and not lying, you would have noted it right off the bat. Order. Miss Miney, what is the meaning of this? Miss Miney. I'm thinking! Don't interrupt me! We saw her eyes briefly! Do they look like the same eyes as Mimi? It's really weird to call a person with the name Mimi because Mimi is the name of my old cat. I had a cat named Mimi for almost 19 years, actually. And what are you stammering about, Giovanna? That witness. Her personality did a complete 180 there. Lots of people do that when they get on the stand, though. First of all, calm yourself, witness. Like, I'm sorry. I, didn't mean to snap. Now, hurry up with the testimony. I have to think back to, I'm trying to channel a German accent, so I have to think about, examples of a German accent, in movies. Hurry up, my lady. You must get out of that tub before that thing begins to rust. Alright, Broomhilda. Ugh, the judge looks a little shaken up. A lot of help he's going to be. After the Murder, Part 2. I guess there's not much point in saving right now. Oh shit, I didn't see that. The side room something something. So, like, the costume, like, is purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Yes. Now I see. And you have given us a clear reason for why you didn't notice the blood. You think? Like, thanks, Gramps. Are you satisfied, Mr. Wright? Alright, I guess not. Very well, you may question the witness. After the murder, part 2. Like, the side room was, like, kind of dark, you know? How was it dark, though? Was the slider door open? It was in the middle of the day. I don't believe that. She's sus. Really? Because I thought it was pretty bright inside that room. Don't put your subjective opinions into this court. Like, that's right. Excuse me, but how is my statement any more subjective than Miss Miney's? You are such a hopeless cause. Witness, you may feel free to ignore this trite little man. Like, okay. Can't breathe. Let me out of here. So, like, the costume is, like, purple, right? The blood totally blended right in. Can we take another look at this? Because it doesn't look like it blends in pretty well, does it? It's, like, very obviously red. It doesn't really blend in all that well, in my opinion. So what if I just go and present this right away? No? Nothing? Whoops, that didn't go well. The thing is, right, it doesn't blend in. It's like very obviously red and very obviously purple. There's no blending there. Whatever, I wasn't sure if that would actually lead to anything or not, so I figured whatever, we'll just do it. I didn't press everything yet, so let's press a bit more. And I, like, persuaded my sister it wasn't, like, right to do something like that. Do what? Murder? And what was your sister, Mimi, like, at the time? Well, she was, like, totally flipped out because she just shot Dr. Gray. But I think, like, she knew. Like, she, like, said she did something really bad. And, like, she said she wanted to go with me to, like, apologize to Miss Morgan. Did Mimi's spirit really say all of that to you? Like, yeah. And then, like, I took my sister to the channeling chamber. Was your sister calm by that time? Like, I guess so. I guess maybe, like, taking her revenge on Dr. Gray, like, made her feel a lot better. I'd like to feel a lot better too, Mr. Phoenix Wright. The sooner the better. She says with her whip at the ready. And, like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? May I ask you one more thing, Miss Miney? Like, sure. Was there anything you found strange, unusual, or just out of place? Something out of place? Huh, like, what do you mean? When you... Bunch of options here. Was there anything when you were in the side room or going to the crime scene or arrived at the crime scene? I'm talking about when you were going to the channeling chamber, of course. Yeah, like, hold on. So during the channeling, little girl what was her name? Pearl. She was on the winding way. She was trying to fix the pot up, wasn't she? So Pearl should have seen someone running down winding way, right? Did Pearl see anybody? Did they see Pearl? Like, no, nothing strange. She answered rather quickly. Now what? Think harder. I know you can remember something. I, like, totally can't. That's not good enough. You have to explain yourself clearly to this court. Do you think, Mr. Wright, that whether or not there was something odd on the way to the challenge chamber is all that important? Yes. I ask because it's very important. Not that I know where I'm going with this. Very well. Miss Miney, if you will, please include a statement about this in your testimony. Like, I don't get why, but okay. I, like, didn't see anyone on the way to, like, the channeling chamber. Are you sure about that? Bro. I finally found the fault. Or I guess in your case, the crack in your perfect lie. Get it? Because the pot is cracked? Take a look at this urn. Like, urn? There are cracks. Do you see them? So, like, what does that prove? Objection! Who cares about some worn-out old urn? Like, yeah. I already, like, said I didn't see, like, anyone on the way to the channeling chamber. I didn't, like, totally say anything about, like, an urn, did I? It looks like you still don't understand. I propose that if you had really been walking along the winding way at that time, there was no way you could have seen this person. Here we go, now we're presenting an actual person. I'd like to introduce someone to you. This is Morgan Fay's daughter, Pearl Fay. Yes? And how is this child relevant? It just so happens that at the time of the murder, Pearl was playing in the center garden. Oh. And she just happened to break this urn. Oh. Ooh! Fate! She broke the urn? Yep, she accidentally knocked it over with her ball. Ugh. And Pearl was the one who put it back together. While sitting right in the middle of the winding way. You see that ghost face briefly? What? Miss Miney. Pearl was there in the winding way at the time. She was hard at work, putting the pieces of the urn back together, you see? If you couldn't see that while you were walking, I'd have to declare you legally blind. Gah! I think I have sufficiently proven one thing, Miss Miney. You are a masterful liar. Mr. Wright, you need to watch what you say. The one who needs to watch what she's saying is the witness. So, Miss Miney, tell us the truth. About what? About what? About where you really were at the time of the murder, of course. Maybe. And this is still my suggestion at this point. Because we got a new piece of evidence. This clothing box. Hole 8 inches off the ground. Hole 8 inches off the ground. You've also established that a fully grown person, a fully grown adult, can fit inside this clothing box. Was this clothing box somehow inside of the channeling chamber and she was just inside of it? Or someone was inside of it? Maybe they shot a bullet and it went through the box and it went through the screen. You know, stuff like that. The witness just testified about that. That's right. I was like sleeping in the side room. Can I really believe her? Was she really sleeping in the side room? Nah. Nah, bro. Your lies end here. What do you... The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where is this contradiction? Screw it. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna see what happens. It's probably not the right thing, but I'm gonna try it. I may have overreached on this one. Is there really a contradiction somewhere? Don't worry. You're on the right path, Phoenix. It might be a little hard for you to see the contradiction, but it's there. So, just this once, do you want me to help you out? Yes. Please, I need your help right now. Hold on. First, calm down, Phoenix. Good. That girl, she slipped up with her words. Her words? If she really was in the side room the entire time, then she just testified about something she shouldn't have any knowledge of. And what is that? The rest is for you to figure out on your own. Well, there we go. Mr. Wright, what is your answer? Ah, okay, time to add another bluff to the pile. The witness says that during the actual murder, she was asleep in the side room. And I say that's not possible because there is clearly a contradiction here. A contradiction? Where's this contradiction? It's in her testimony, or it's in the evidence. I wish that we could go over the testimony again. That would be super nice if we could do that. But Mia did say that it was her words. So let's go with testimony and go from there. Earlier in your testimony, Miss Miney, you made the following statement. And like, Miss Morgan was the only one in the channeling chamber, you know? It's true that at the time, both myself and Miss Hart were not there. We had gone to call the police. So? Oh, she showed her eyes again. She's angry. So, like, what does that, like, have anything to do with me? It's very simple. Miss Miney, how did you know that fact? How? I concede that Miss Faye was the only person in the channeling chamber. However, someone who was asleep in the side room would not have known that. Which means, Miss Miney, you did in fact go to the channeling chamber. But you didn't go there by way of the winding way. Everyone's talking. But look at the Manor guide map. If one were to go between the side room and the channeling chamber, one would have to use the winding way. Yes, that's right, Your Honor. Which is why I asked this very important question. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Miss Miney, please answer the question. Don't ask a question off of a baseless assumption, if you please. Well, I suppose since you've put it out on the table, Mr. Phoenix Wright, you might as well answer the question for us. Where was the witness at the time of the murder? Now's your chance, Phoenix. Yeah. The only person who could have killed Dr. Gray was Eenie Miney. So now is the time to prove it. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your answer. Where was the witness when the murder took place? In the channeling chamber, of course. Miss Miney was here, of course. What? But that's the channeling chamber. Isn't that the crime scene? That's right. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. I know how to talk. Miss Miney was at the scene of the crime. Order, order, order. That's what... Mr. Phoenix Wright, have you lost your mind? Yesterday's testimony established that only the victim and the defendant were in the channeling when the channeling started. Yes, that is correct. Please explain yourself, Mr. Wright. Simple. Miss Miney was hiding at the scene of the crime. I was hiding? Where? Like, where was I hiding? Behind the screen, obviously. Here, of course. Behind the folding screen? Ah! Don't make me say this again. Recall yesterday's testimony. There ain't no way anyone was hanging out behind that folding screen. See? You stupid jerk. Oh, she's getting angry. She's pulling holes in her hat. It's like Swiss cheese up in here. Quit being so quick to pin on me, slime ball. Whoa, she's suddenly not playing dumb anymore, is she? She doesn't like talk like this anymore, and now she's like totally being defensive and calling me names. Now, Miss Miney, one so young as you shouldn't be saying. Shut it, Gramps! And if you know exactly how old I am... I'm sorry. Looks like the pipe's about to burst. Guess I should help it along. The witness was hiding behind the folding screen with the help of this. Boom. I figured it out like so long ago. Miss Miney, how you were able to hide yourself at the scene of the crime is very simple. You were hiding inside this box. Ah, that tiny little box. No person could fit in that. Sorry, but your theory has already been disproved. Lotta disproved you when she was hiding from me in it. But that clothing box was in the side room, right? Oh, but it was not in the side room before the murder took place. I remember distinctly not seeing that box, and then after the murder, we went back into the side room like, wait, what is this box? That wasn't here before. Which means it has nothing to do with the murder at all. That's right, I was sleeping there, so I should know. That clothing box was there in the side room the whole time. See, she's not playing dumb anymore. Mr. Wright. Do you think you can prove where the clothing box was at the time of the crime? Yes. And now, I present the piece of evidence that will prove this clothing box was at the scene of the crime when the murder took place. Boom! Take that. Take a look at this clothing box. You're so stupid. As if there's any sort of evidence in that old thing. This... what on earth? I don't have time for you to sit there and be there surprised. Hurry up and say it already. That there's a hole about 8 inches off the ground. A hole about 8 inches off the ground. Where have we heard that before? It's a folding screen. It had a hole as the same height. That's right. I hope this has opened your eyes to what happened. At the time of the shooting, the clothing box was sitting behind the folding screen. Which is why the bullet from the pistol hit both the box and the folding screen. It went through the screen and then into the box. Wait, what? Shouldn't it be the other way around? Miss Miney, you were hiding behind the folding screen, waiting for your chance. Yes, for your chance to kill Dr. Gray. Wait a minute, hold on. So maybe they were right. I was thinking that she had a gun hidden in the box and she shot through it, but no. If Dr. Gray shot the gun, he was on the floor. Mr. Gray, he shot the gun towards the screen and went through the screen, went into the box. Shouldn't there have been a bullet that hit Eni then, if she was inside the box? Lies, Pearl did it? Ah! Order, order. So what you're saying, then, Mr. Phoenix Fight, what about this picture? Are you saying that the person in this photo is Miss Miney? That is exactly what I'm saying. Wait, is it? Miss Miney. You were hiding inside the oh my god. Wait, hold on. Wait, no. Hold on. There's no hole in here, though. If she was wearing this inside the box, shouldn't there be a hole in the costume? This doesn't make any sense. You were hiding inside this clothing box all along. And you wore a medium's costume to masquerade as Maya Fey. To masquerade as Maya Fey? She had a plan from the very beginning. She would kill Dr. Gray and pin the blame on my client. No! Stop! I can't stand to listen to any more of this foolishness. If that's the case, Mr. Phoenix Fight, then I have a proposition. This whole idea that the witness moved the closing box to the crime scene, pretended to be the defendant, kills the victim, and then fled the scene of the crime. It's not possible for one person to do this all by herself. Correct, it's not possible. It really isn't possible. For one person to do all the preparations, that is. Ow! Needs I remind you, the foolish receive no mercy. Wait. Miss Von Karma, you said it was not possible for one person, correct? What? You can't be serious. Miss Miney, you had an accomplice. Should I say it? Good. This person. If it wasn't someone from Kurain Village, you couldn't have gotten the costume. And if it wasn't someone from the Fae household, you wouldn't have had that box to use. That makes sense. Hold on. Morgan actually has a motive to get rid of Maya. If Maya is in jail, she's away from the village for so long, then Morgan becomes the master. Because right now Misty is the master, but then Maya is supposed to be the next master because of that line of blood. And then Morgan is the beginning of the Branch family, even though she was supposed to be the master in the first place because she's the older sister. She wants to be the master. And because if Morgan knew about Eni being in the room, then she could switch out the costumes as well. Morgan Faye? Isn't that the wonderful lady witness we had earlier? What do you have to say to this, Miss Miney? Good! Good! You shot Dr. Gray with your own 2 hands. Do you deny it? Ah! That's a lot of pictures. Can I go back and view all those? I think this is what really happened. The murderer had planted herself at the scene of the crime long beforehand. Dressed in a medium's costume and wearing a wig, she pretended to be the defendant. And then, the channeling started. The murderer crept silently towards the other 2, both of whom had their eyes closed. First, she drugged Maya Fey with a strong sleeping agent. Then, She stabbed Dr. Gray with the knife. Next, she hid my client inside the clothing box. Wait, what? She did that so she could take Maya's place and frame her for the crime. But that's when something unexpected happened. Unexpected? Yeah, because Phoenix and Lotta broke through the door. That was not supposed to be part of the plan. And that's why Morgan gave the key to the room to Maya. Because there's only one copy of that key. So clearly, no one could enter the room. No one could leave the room. They locked themselves in. Unexpected? Yes. Bang! He had his own gun. Dr. Gray was actually not yet dead. Oh, that too. With the last of his strength, he fired a shot at his attacker. And that is why the hole in the folding screen was so low to the ground. The murderer then took the gun from Dr. Gray and... bang! After that, you and the other lady thought to break into the room. Yes, a gunshot is certainly something you wouldn't expect to hear. Which is why, upon hearing the shots, we forced our way into the channeling chamber. Click! Miss Miney, she immediately covered her own costume with blood. Click! And pretended to be Maya Fey. But that sort of deception would have been easy to see through. Which is precisely why Miss Morgan Fey chased us out. Please leave this area to me. Go quickly and inform the police. Hurry, before there are more victims here. What is one supposed to say? This is the real truth behind this murder. Ha. Who is that? Laughing at a time like this. Ah! Oh, you simple-minded fools. I'm sorry, are you still by chance evolving? What is it this time? Miss Von Karma? Surely. Of course it was me. Do you really think someone of Von Karma blood would lose due to something this petty? What in the world? Mr. Phoenix Fights, your argument is flawed in one very crucial area. And that is... if this witness is a real murderer, why would she go through all of this trouble? Huh? Working together with a medium, pretending to be one, putting on this whole act? What reason would she have to do such foolish things? Eh? Well, that's, yeah, that's right. That's exactly what I was gonna say. Oh, and one other thing. Why would Miss Miney want to kill Dr. Gray? Where is her motive? Yeah, that's exactly what I wanted to say too. Yeah, motive. I don't have a motive. Motive? That's... I can't say she has no motive here. I have to think of a motive now. What is her reason for wanting Dr. Gray dead? Should I present this? I don't remember anything else. I think we have to present this, right? Ha! Just as I thought. You bore me with your silly answers, Phoenix, right? Just great. Now even she is calling me by my full name. You think I did this to get revenge for my sister's death? Yes. Because through that accident, you suffered a lot of hurt and pain yourself. Don't be stupid. No one has proof that Dr. Gray drugged my sister, right? And you want to say that I wanted to take revenge based on nothing? What do you mean by that? Senile, stupid Gramps. I'm like going to explain, so like please listen, okay? It's been over half a year since I was discharged from the hospital. If I like wanted revenge, then like I wouldn't have waited this long. And besides, like the guy that thought of the spirit thing was like Dr. Gray. It was like a total coincidence he asked me about it, you know? She's back to her airhead persona. However, you see, ouch! Pathetic, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You failed to support your own theory. The end. I think we have our answer, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What Miss Miney has stated is very true. The revenge plan is overly complicated, and she has no motive in the first place. Furthermore, there is no reason for Miss Morgan Fay to cooperate with this plan. You don't even have any truly decisive pieces of evidence to demonstrate your point. So many faults, Mr. Phoenix Wright. You should really learn your place. Ugh. What happened? I thought I had it for sure. Hehe. See, like, it's just like I told you. I hope you liked your slice of humble pie. Very well. I now conclude the cross-examination of Miss Eenie Miney. No, we're not done. Hell no. Absolutely not. Hold it! Your Honor, please, allow the defense 1 more minute. Alright. You can't lose here. Have faith in yourself, Phoenix. Mia. Yes, it does sound like a ridiculously messed up plan for murder. But, you know, regardless, that girl trained for this crime. Really? Listen, Phoenix. Everything happens for a reason. There is a reason for why she had to kill Dr. Gray. And it was also the reason she had no choice but to kill him in this fashion. Time is up, Mr. Wright. Your final answer, please. If you wanted to say that you can prove Miss Miney had a motive, then... Why did she kill the victim in this way? Can you prove the reason? Can I? Can I really do this? Gonna keep saving, you never know. I'm not totally confident here, but I know that I must press on no matter what. That's right, Phoenix. Only you can do this now. I will show and substantiate the fact that Miss Miney had a motive. Ha ha ha! Too bad, you're too late. My cross-examination has already ended, after all. Eek! Interesting. I'll let you have your chance, Mr. Phoenix Wright. What? You're supposed to be on my side. Aye! A Von Karma only cares about the perfect win. As long as you have the will to fight, I will knock you down, Mr. Phoenix Wright. Hey, that actually kind of rhymed. And I don't care if you are my witness, so please help me, I will throw you out of my way. No way! Very well. The court will take a 5-minute recess. We will continue the cross-examination after we reconvene. Hey, wait a sec. To be continued! We're getting there. We're getting closer to the end. Alright. Here's what's gonna happen. I really want to finish this trial today. We're very, very close to finishing it. So I'm gonna take a break, and I will be back in a couple minutes when we will, hopefully, finish this trial. I'll see you soon.